September 20th, 2025. A total of $3.27 was spent on this. Absolute Batman. It was the first comic book I've ever bought. I bought it last month. And I'm not going to lie. It was fire. Now, as you can see, if I stand back, I'm wearing a Spider-Man shirt. But don't make that fool you. Although I have been a Marvel fan my whole life, I've also been a DC fan, but I've been more of a much more of a Marvel fanboy than DC fanboy. But you know what? I thought, let me check out Absolute Batman. I kept seeing things about him online that he had a battle axe and that he was just super buff. So I thought, shoot, this might be fire. Now, as I said, I purchased that comic book, just the one comic book, on September 20th, 2025. Now, I read the comic book, and I thought, damn, this is tough. This is nice. I like Batman a lot. I forgot how much I like Batman. I used to like him a lot as a kid. You know what? I need to read more of this. So, a week, 8 days after that, I went and bought number 2 and 3. Now, that wouldn't be much of an issue if the comic book store that I had originally went to wasn't 45 minutes away from my home. Now, it is only 15 minutes away from my college campus, but when I go from my college campus to the comic book store, then home, that's a whole 45-minute drive from the comic book store. But it didn't matter. I was reading the stories and it was fire. It was cool. I wanted to know more. So I started watching YouTube videos about Absolute Batman. And low-key, I was getting spoilers about the future comic because I'm behind. We're on issue 13 now or something like that. I only got 4 issues. So I'm like, shoot, I'm really into this. I need to get more comic books. But that first comic book was only $3.27. The second one's $4.99, which came to a total of $5.45 per comic book. I was like, dang, he's getting more expensive. So, last Monday, I was like, you know what? I want to read more Batman. So, I bought the 4th one, another $4.99, down my account. And I didn't buy this one at the normal comic book shop I go to, because when I went to the comic book shop on Monday, like I've been doing the last month, trying to get Batman, they didn't have it. So when I was out somewhere on Friday, there's a little comic book shop. I'm looking up in my area, comic book shops near me. I walk in there, they got number 4. Boom. That's what I needed. That was the next one. So I read it. Another $5. Boom. Mind you, where's my wallet at? Ladies and gentlemen, my wallet. Empty. I low-key don't got money for this, but anytime I give me a little measly $5, maybe in a bank account or some cash, I'm like, ooh, that's a comic book right there. So, today's Monday. You're probably seeing this on a Tuesday, but maybe I'll post it Monday night. I go to the comic book store like I always do because I was at my college campus. I'm like, oh, it's only a 15-minute drive away. I'm looking for number 5. I got enough money, got me a little $5 in my wallet with some quarters in my car. I can get me another one. I walk in there. I'm looking for Batman. They got issue 2 and issue 12. And that's it of Absolute Batman. This must be selling like crazy. Everyone must like it. So I'm like, dang, I drove all the way out here and I'm not going to buy nothing. And I got to drive 45 minutes home. And I got the money now. And low-key, every time I've been going to the comic book store before, I've been peeping Absolute Superman and Absolute Wonder Woman. But then also, I was looking at the Marvel section because, like I said, I'm a Marvel fan. And so I was looking at Daredevil, Spider-Man, but they're 24 issues deep into the run. I'm like, oh, I don't want to start in the middle of the run. So every time I peep Absolute Superman, Absolute Wonder Woman, maybe flip through the page of the first book. But every time I went there, they didn't have issue 1. And me, I'm not starting in the middle of the story. So back to today, I'm seeing, dang, they don't got the Batman that I need. And I low-key don't want to leave her empty-handed. So I'm skimming through the other DC comics. And I see they got Absolute Superman number 1. And I'm like, shoot, I might buy it. Mind you, this first issue of Batman was only $2.99. And maybe because I bought it on Batman Day, which I didn't know was Batman Day when I bought it. Maybe that's why it's $2 cheaper. But Absolute Superman and Absolute Wonder Woman and Absolute Green Lantern, all of them were $5. So I'm like, dang. So I'm looking at it, and I rock with Superman ever since the movie came out this summer too. So I'm like, oh, maybe I should get Absolute Superman. But I was like, no, I know enough about Superman. I rock with Superman, but I kind of want to get into something new. So I look, and I see under that Absolute Wonder Woman. I have never in my life done anything to consume any Wonder Woman media. All I know is she got a little invisible jet and she got her lasso truth. That's all I know. But my addiction has gotten so bad that I picked it up. Absolute Wonder Woman issue 1. And let me tell you, not knowing anything about who Wonder Woman is, this is fire. I was reading it and I was like, oh, this might be cool, this might be slight, this might be chill. I don't really know much about her. Reading Batman's tough. I rocks with Batman. I already know Batman's tough. I don't know much about Wonder Woman, but I'm reading through the comic book. And like I said, I know she has a jet, an invisible jet. And I'm just like, oh, I wonder what they're gonna give her in this comic. And let me find a panel real quick. Where am I? Hold on, y'all. I'm selling right now. Wait. So I'm like, oh man, what they gonna give her? They give her a dang skeleton Pegasus. I get to this panel. I said, oh, this is tough. I was sucked in, and now I need more. I was already sucked into Batman, and now I need the Wonder Woman ones. And I already know I'm gonna get the Superman ones too eventually, or at least I'll try. So I think I have an addiction. One thing I forgot to mention. A couple weeks ago, I posted a video talking about how I miss my childhood innocence, and I don't know how to get it back. But I'm not gonna lie, purchasing these comic books has brought me that little childhood joy. When I was driving home today, knowing that I was gonna get home and read some superhero about some superhero that I've never read about before, I felt genuinely excited. I don't know what it is. I just rock with superheroes. And I'm not gonna lie, Batman has been carrying me. Not Batman, Jesus has been carrying me. But this one panel in Batman, Absolute Batman, issue 2, has just been like ingrained in my head. It is tough. Batman is one long advance forward. That is tough. Tough. Batman is tough. I've come to realize that Wonder Woman is tough. And so I need more comics. So please like this video so I can go get more.